Please keep your nose, mouth, and chin covered at all times when riding the TTC. Exemptions apply.
Hey everyone, it's Tuesday, July 6th. The time right now is 10:45 a.m. and the temperature is 29 degrees Celsius. And this here is Bedford Road, and that was St George Station that I just left. And there's a look to the south with the CN Tower off in the distance, although it's a bit hazy this morning, so I'm not sure how well the camera picks that up. And for this one, I'll be walking south down to Best Buy at the Toronto Eaton Centre, which is right near the corner of Bay and Dundas. And the reason for that is I have to return something, and I'll be picking up a new item as well. I'm just opening my bag to show you what I'm returning. So I'll be bringing back this Google Pixel 4a 5G, which is in pretty much perfect condition. And I just got that phone yesterday. Just making sure I tuck my zipper into the bag there, because if I don't do that, you'll have to listen to it flapping up and down for the whole walk. And this here is Bloor Street West. And it looks like there's some children's summer camps going on at Varsity Stadium across the street. I'll cross over to the south and take a peek into there. The light will be changing in 10 seconds. And I'll talk a bit about why I'm returning that phone and buying another one. There's a look into Varsity Stadium. There's some little ones running around the track. And you might recall a few weeks ago I posted a video where I walked to the same Best Buy, only that one I started at Bloor Station. And I made my way down there to buy a second DJI Pocket 2 camera. And before that, I went to that same store and I bought a GoPro Hero 9 Black, so they've been getting a fair amount of business from me. I think they can handle a return. I'll also be buying a new item while I'm there. There's the Royal Conservatory of Music, just on the right. And after that will be the Royal Ontario Museum. And there's a look into Philosopher's Walk. that'll lead you down through the St. George campus of the University of Toronto. And there's the ROM. So that Pixel 4a 5G I bought was to be a dedicated live streaming phone. What had happened was my previous Galaxy S20 FE that I was using for live streaming got a bit borked by an update Samsung released. You might have noticed my live streams were looking a bit choppier than usual, as that update led to the camera dropping frames. And that happened when you were using third-party apps and live streaming. Here's Queen's Park. To the north of here is Avenue Road. And maybe I'll cross over and walk south down the east side of Queen's Park. I just assumed the walk sign was going to turn on there. A sign that I am not yet awake. Retail for lease. This used to be a Club Monaco in this building. So as I was saying, the S20 wasn't performing the way it should be in live streams. And Samsung has yet to address that issue via an update. And it's been confirmed by a few different software developers that this is in fact the case, as their applications have been affected. I've also talked to other streamers that use those phones, and a few of them have been experiencing the same issue. And one of them has already moved on to a new phone. So rather than wait for an update that might never come, or have to roll back my phone to a previous update, which frankly isn't something you should ever have to do. No company should break your electronics via an update. There's the Gardner Museum. I just thought I'd look for a better solution, and I thought it was the Google phone. It has a good camera, a decent battery, a good screen, 5G connection, and rather nicely, it has a 3.5mm audio jack. There's Victoria University. Looks like there might be a film shoot going on down there. And this is Museum Subway Station and the old McLaughlin Planetarium across the street. And that's soon to be redeveloped. Although there is a planetarium up at the Science Center still. So I was kind of excited to try the Pixel, but last night when I live streamed, I realized I couldn't access the wide-angle lens. Which is something I'd very much like to do, especially if I'm going to be live streaming any driving videos again. And I confirmed with Google that that is in fact the case. Third-party applications can't access the wide-angle camera. I also couldn't stream at 60 frames per second. That's been locked to 30 frames for third-party applications on that phone. There's Queen's Park. And the Provincial Legislative Assembly building is just to the south through those trees. So I thought, let's try a different solution. And if this works, I'll probably sell my S20 FE. I do have two of them. My regular non-streaming phone is an S20 FE. I quite like the phone. It's just that one very important functionality for live streaming has been crippled on it. And there's a look into U of T. I don't think this is Victoria College anymore. I think it might be a bit south of there. That's the I can't even read what that plaque says. Certainly a nice building though. And just up ahead will be the Whitney block. And that should be at Wellesley, and I think I'll turn left there and maybe take that over to Bay. Yeah, this is St. Joseph Street, so Wellesley should be the next block to the south of here. I did a morning walk down University Avenue last week, so I will change course, not to be redundant there. Oh, that is St. Michael's College. And the Toronto School of Theology. Sacred Heart House. It's really a huge and sprawling campus. And Best Buy opens at 11, and it's 10:58. How many faculties of law does U of T have? They have law buildings all over the place. So there's the Legislative Assembly. And you can't quite see it, but the Whitney Tower is part of this complex here. As I turn east onto Wellesley Street, although with that sun up ahead, I think it might be a bit better if I stick to the south side. I'm struggling with my words again. Wellesley terminates just on the other side of the park there. Did I say Wellesley Street East? As we are west of Yonge, it would be Wellesley Street West. And then once you cross Yonge, it becomes Wellesley Street East. I think that's a number 94 Wellesley bus coming this way. And I rode that bus for the first time ever yesterday. And then we'll be going to Eaton Station. I think it might be taking Hoskin and then Harvard all the way over to Ossington Avenue. So there's a much taller building lurking just behind this section here. And that's the Whitney Tower. It was built in 1932. And for the most part, it's been abandoned since the 1960s. And just recently, there was a rather neat drone video posted on YouTube featuring that building. And I'm not really going to get a good view of it on this walk. I believe these are Government of Ontario buildings just on the right that are under construction. Those look like oxygen tanks. There's St. Joseph's College School. So I guess when I get to Bay here, I'll head south. Down to Van Dundas, and that'll be pretty much right where the Best Buy is. TraderTV.live. I've never heard of that before. And here's Bay Street. Although with all this construction, things look a bit more interesting on the east side. So I think I'll head over there. I think it's supposed to rain later this evening. Apparently, I dodged a pretty big thunderstorm last night. That is Brettle Bain Street. So if you're curious what the only live stream I ever did with the Pixel 4a 5G looks like, you can check that out on the channel. That plaque there said the benefit of trees on it.
There's actually an article online.
Here's the street you'll hear pronounced differently by different people. I have it on reasonably good authority that it is Grosvenor, even though it looks like Grosvenor. I've heard Grosvenor, Grosvenor, Grosvenor. And just up ahead is the Toronto Police Headquarters. There's what might be the last Nando's chicken in the city. Sadly, they don't have any type of outdoor dining. I haven't seen any Cafe TO activity on Bay Street, actually. There's the police headquarters, although the main entrance faces College, which is just up ahead. FedEx truck got a parking ticket. I think they just gather all their parking tickets up and hand them off to one of their lawyers, and they just go negotiate with the city one fee for the year. I think that's how those companies do it. There's the residences of College Park on the left, and the Aura Tower looming in the background. So the next major intersection will be Gerrard and Bay, and then I'll be pretty much at the Best Buy. That guy was carrying some kind of camera mount. And perhaps after this one, I'll find one of these shaded patios at a cafe to sit down and have a nice coffee and maybe open up my new toy. Which you might have noticed I have not yet revealed what it is. Iced tea at the White Rabbit. This is Gerrard Street West. This terminates just to the west of here at University Avenue. Very easily just could have taken the subway to Dundas Station and hopped out and just walked for a few minutes over to Best Buy. But this gives me an excuse to record a video on the way. Don't know if I'll get out and record another one today. Sometimes it's nice just to put your feet up and have a whole day to not really do anything. There goes the 19 Bay. That'll be making its way up to DuPont Station. Elm Street. Barbarian Steakhouse. It's just off to the east there on Elm. And here's Edward Street and the atrium on the left. I did a walk through there recently. And then after I went through the atrium, I went through the Eaton Centre. And Best Buy's in this newer wing of the Eaton Centre that replaced a parking lot and a movie theater. There's the Ted Rogers School of Management on top of the Canadian Tire there. Okay, it's time to attempt to return this phone. I'm pretty sure I read their conditions for returning online and everything should be in order. And then depending on how that goes, whether I pick up the new item or not, I'll resume recording once I'm out of Best Buy and I'll fill you in on that. All right, I will see you guys soon. And we're back. So that went well. The return process was rather easy. I did remember to clear the phone and pull my SIM card from it, so no issues there. And I'm now the owner, I would say proud owner, but I don't think proud is the right word, of one of these things. Oh, maybe I don't want to show the serial number and stuff. But there we go. It is a product I never said I would buy, at least not brand new. It's just a regular black iPhone 12. So I will take this home and play around with it and see if I found my match for a new dedicated streaming phone. So I'm just heading back over, well, not back over, I was never there to begin with today, but over to Dundas Station. I'll hop on the train and head home. I think I'll forego that iced coffee at a cafe, at least downtown. So I think the iPhone was a little under $1,200. I didn't really pay attention. But the Google Pixel was $679. And if only Google had let third-party apps access the wide-angle lens, I would probably be perfectly happy with it. Here's Yonge and Dundas, and this would be a scramble crossing right now. There's Dundas Square. And a look at the Eaton Centre. All right, I'm gonna slip my mask back on and head down into the subway. And get my transit card ready. But thanks for coming along with me as I walked from St George Station south down to Bay and Dundas to pick up a new toy from Best Buy. I realized I could have got that from the Apple store. There's usually quite a lineup to get in there, and they didn't actually have the color I wanted in stock, but Best Buy did. So let's jump onto a northbound train here.
You have to come out and go through the other side. Thank you.
Next train in 1 minute. And if you wish to support the channel, there are links to my Patreon and YouTube channel memberships in the description.
Or 6 feet away from other customers and TTC employees.
I also have a seldom updated Instagram account.
And chin covered at all
It sounds like the train is rolling in.
The TTC. Exceptions apply.
So thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch you on the next one.
Then clear the doors. Next station is College Station.